Okay, for the last tutorial or the last demo, I show you how to install the SQL Server Management Studio and install the SQL Server 2016, as well as config the firewall for the network user to be authenticated through the network goes into the 2016 SQL Server. Now I will show you how to set up and configure XAMPP and connect it to the SQL Server 2016. Okay, first of all, you need to have the folder named Webserver. This folder are located at Dantin, OneDrive, R&D Gang, Dantin 3 Development, and you can see the folder Webserver. Inside that Webserver, we have the extension zip file, the plugin for setup, and then the XAMPP itself. This is the XAMPP that we use to deploy our application. Okay, so I already copy onto the VM, and now we started. First of all, go into the Webserver folder, select the double click the XAMPP Win32 bit 7.2.10 installer. Okay, double click it, click yes. We show you the XAMPP windows, so I will guide you through it. It will prompt you the important UAC or user account control by the Windows. Just click OK. You will be prompted as this window, which is that setup. This is the setup for XAMPP, and welcome to the XAMPP setup wizard. Click next. Okay, for now we are selecting. We untick all the features, which is that MySQL. MySQL is another open source database. We don't use it. FileZilla also we don't use it. Mail server also we don't use it. Tomcat, Perl, and the rest. So we click next. Then select your root folder for XAMPP. For this deployment tutorial, I select the root of C to park the XAMPP folder or to park the XAMPP installation. Click next, and then you will be prompt bitnami for XAMPP. This one is untick. Then click next. Then they will tell you the setup is now ready to begin installation XAMPP on your computer. Click next. So it will installing the XAMPP with default plugin and so on. I will pause first. After that, after finish, I will resume back again. Okay, in the middle of installing the XAMPP, you will be prompted as Windows Security Alert that will block the Apache HTTP server. This one is very important, that you need to allow them to communicate through this network and so on. So you need to tick both of this checkbox. So this one is for private network, which is that for office, home network, and work network, and so on. This one is coming from the outside network, which is that another data, another just like the internet, another network just like the internet. Okay, now we need to allow access. you the setup has been finished installing the XAMPP on your computer. Do you want to start the control panel now? Click yes. So this is American, this is German. Make sure you select the American. Click save. And then this is the XAMPP windows. Okay, by default, you are not connecting anything or anywhere using this XAMPP. You are not connecting to any other database, and then you are not connecting to the outside network. So when you want to test, you just need to click this start button. So we start button. If there is anything that are using this port, it will highlight it in red below. So as you can see, there is no red color font below here, so it means good. So and then when it can be started, it will show the PID and so on for this port. So to test this port, open the Internet Explorer or any other browser of your choosing, and then just type in the local machine IP or localhost XAMPP. Wait, just type in the localhost. It will show you this page, which is that how to fake and so on. You can see the PHP info or the core of this system. You have other thing, which is that the plugin, the header information, the core, and so on. Even the error inside here also. But our focus is not here. Our focus is to get this XAMPP up with the linkage to the SQL Server 2016. Okay, now we need to stop this XAMPP from the control panel. Don't quit it yet. So if you want to pin it, you just right click the icon below and you type into taskbar, so that you can later on just click here under this taskbar navigation. Okay, now for the first round, for this setup, you need to extract this ext folder, which is that right click, extract all. This is ext is contain all the PHP core extension. So you can just copy the entire folder and put it inside the XAMPP installation folder. Go to the XAMPP, go to PHP. You will see the ext folder here and just paste here. Okay, you will be replaced. Okay, then after that, you need to enable the plugin inside the XAMPP config, which is that go to the XAMPP control panel window, click on config, goes to PHP or in bracket PHP ini, go here. you need to find the wording extension. For me, the fastest way is you need to use the keyboard, hold on Control plus F. So you will be prompt as a find window. So type in as extension and then click find next. Then find again, until you found this extension, this one. Okay, until you find this one. So you can put above here, or you can put below here. I personally put below here, but the extension folder, what need to be right in here is open the Webserver folder. You have a text file called plugin Microsoft SQL setup for PHP web server. Click on open. You have the instruction of copy and put the text below under the PHP INI, which is that this is the PHP INI file. And then goes to the extension. So basically, if you scroll back up, this one is a dynamic extension. So under this, so I personally put under this dynamic extension, and then I copy all these extension files, all the extension word, copy, and then I paste it below the dynamic extension line, the dynamic extension below this line, but above the module setting. So just paste it there, and then close this file, save the file, and then try to start again. So it working. It connect to the plugin itself, successfully loaded. Now you can have all the application deploy and use the extension to connect to the SQL server or Microsoft SQL server. Okay, which one? Okay, so as you can see here, you can refresh this. You can see it is the same. It indicates that there is none error pop out as follows. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is open back your PHP INI file. Go to the extension. The one that you paste is this one. Okay, but this time around I need you to find the LDAP extension, which is here. You need to enable it by removing the semicolon up front, because to deploy the certain application, sometimes they have LDAP connectivity. So I need to enable the LDAP connectivity and also the extension, so that's why I remove the semicolon in front of the extension. If you want to comment out an extension, just put back the semicolon up front. Okay, right now I need to use the LDAP, so I remove it, and then save the file, then close. Then you can restart back again, stop, and then restart back again. Okay, now, so yep, that is the how to set up the XAMPP web server and load in all the extension for the Microsoft SQL server and the connectivity through that extension, and also the LDAP. So this is the end of our deployment tutorial on how to set up the web server talking to the Microsoft SQL Server 2016, including the SQL Server Management Studio and also the firewall. Oh, by the way, before I forgot, I need to allow this port to be able to access throughout the private network or throughout the network. So go here, type in the Windows Firewall with Advanced Security. As usual, select the inbound rule and then select the new rule. Over here, select the port, click next, specify the local ports, make sure to select the TCP, specify the local port for 80, and then click next, allow the connection, click next, tick all the network capabilities, which is that you have a domain private and public for this web server, click next, and then give the proper name, which is that XAMPP web server. The description is as usual, let's say default port for XAMPP, and then click finish. Okay, now we can access the XAMPP web server and display this page from outside network without any blocking from this VM firewall. Okay. So what we learned here is, let us recap. Okay, to deploy the web server with the Microsoft SQL server, you need to have the VM. You need to create a VM that have a Windows inside it, Windows operating system inside it, and then you need to have the SQL Server Management Studio 2017. You need to have the SQL Server Microsoft SQL Server 2016, and also you need to have a web server folder coming from the OneDrive. Yeah, so after that, following the previous tutorial or previous deployment, to set up all these kind of things, don't forget also the firewall setup and also the SQL Server IP and name pipe enable, and